Hi, I'm Gray with an AE.cosplay, and my favorite hero is Present Mike from My Hero Academia, just because he's so loud and energetic, but no one really listens to anything he says, and I kind of relate to that a lot.
In a world where comic books have taken over the mainstream, where the geeks inherited the earth, where the nerds have taken over the turf.
Nerds!
From the TV screens and movie scenes. From collecting your favorite pop toys.
They're figurines!
Where cosplay is your freedom of expression. Where cartoons and anime are your absolute obsession. If you're looking for a podcast that shares that connection, you can find this and more in the comic section.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another issue number 13, right, CO?
Unlucky 13.
Unlucky 13. Ooh, that might be a precursor of this show. Maybe not. But it is issue 13 of the comic section. I'm your host, Jason, alongside my co-host,
Lil CO.
What's going on, Lil CO?
Nothing much, man. I'm really good. How are you?
I'm good, man. We had a great time.
Yeah.
This past weekend.
I had an awesome time.
You know what I'm saying? Captains, comics. It was cool. We're going to get into that later on. But you had fun, right?
I did. I had a good time.
I had a great time, too. And you're wearing a shirt right now.
Yeah.
Of one of the greatest R&B artists of all time. For all of my goofy fans, Powerline.
Yeah.
You got a Powerline 1994 tour shirt?
Yeah, I'm really cool, man. One of my friends, Rigel from Flash Photography Cosplay, gave this to me for my birthday because he's like the coolest guy in town.
What's his name?
Rigel.
Mm-hmm. Rigel, if you're listening to this, which I believe you should be, look out for your boy. Even though I don't know you. So I'm just saying, hey, I'm just saying. That's all.
Is it like that meme where you're like, did we just become best friends?
I think we did. After seeing that shirt, I'm like, hey, bro, I need to be your friend so I can get hooked up with the cool stuff, man.
That cool swag.
That cool swag, man. Shout outs to Powerline, man. He needs to drop an album, man. For real. Those two songs, I need an album. Think.
Yeah, and I think, you know who he should go on tour with?
Who?
Do you remember, what was it? Chip, that teeth guy from Fairly Odd Parents?
Oh, my God.
You remember what I'm talking about?
I think I
did.
That'd be like
my
a cool
shiny
little
teeth
tour.
that sparkle,
Ooh.
just like the stars in space.
I would like that.
Yeah.
That'd be dope. You got my tickets, man. You got my tickets. But you know what, guys? Let's go ahead and get it started, man. We're in here reminiscing and, all nostalgic and all that. But let's go ahead and get into it with the breaking news headlines. All right, Lil CO. Oscars 2019. It went down. We had some awards to celebrate in the comic book community.
Yeah, boy.
Black Panther, 3 Oscars, guys. That's right. Not 1, not 2, but 3.
3, baby.
And the Oscar goes to Black Panther, Ruth Carter.
And the Oscar goes to Hannah Beekler, production design, Jay Hart, set decoration. For Black Panther.
And the Oscar goes to
Ludwig Göransson.
Black Panther.
Big 3, but not the, the
not
picture.
The big one.
Not the big ones.
Not the big one.
You know what I'm saying? Costume, set, the score. But, hey, that's the first time Marvel, I believe, won an Oscar.
Yeah.
So that's
in the past 10 years, no Marvel superhero movie has won an Oscar.
That's what's up, man.
And
so
Black
that's
Panther
big.
broke the glass ceiling.
Broke the glass ceiling. And your boy, Miles Morales, and the rest of the Spidey crew just went straight through that glass.
Yeah.
'Cause they got the best animated Oscar.
Yeah.
And the Oscar goes to Mimi, you were right. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
That's big.
Yeah. And that's actually really amazing because that breaks a streak that Disney and Pixar have held for 6 years.
Oh, man.
And everyone thinks of Pixar. Pixar is like the pinnacle. It's the, it's the top
right.
when it comes to animated features. So the fact that Sony, of all people,
mm-hmm.
much less a superhero movie, and then much less a superhero movie filled with like minority characters and D-list characters.
Yeah.
It's amazing. They did it amazing. That movie is beautiful and it is phenomenal, and they really deserve that.
They did.
And I'm a huge Disney/Pixar fan. I really, actually, Pixar is the reason why I even studied animation to begin with.
All right. Fun fact.
But yeah, like it's just sometimes, you know, they're not always the best. I love them, but they're not always the best. And I genuinely feel like Into the Spider-Verse was the best animated feature this year. So very well deserved.
Shout outs to them. So with those big wins, we gotta talk about, you know, unfortunately, you know, you have things that you celebrate, and then you have some people who want to you know, poo-poo on certain movies and things that are coming out. And I'm talking about, you know, Rotten Tomatoes, you know.
The dark side of superhero movies.
Right. So we got to go from the positive to the negative, unfortunately. And, you know, there's, you know, Rotten Tomatoes catching, you know, some flack because of the user reviews. People are reviewing movies before it even comes out, you know, just saying it's bad, it's terrible. And, you know, now I believe what they're actually changing that.
Yeah. They're changing their website, which honestly is long overdue after the huge controversy and the backlash that happened after the Ghostbusters reimagining movie, The Last Jedi, and even The Force Awakens before it. They honestly should have addressed that a long, long time ago. Yeah. But, you know, I'm not surprised. It's a Disney film. It's a Marvel film. Disney's definitely got a lot of pull in that department. And you know, they have a lot, honestly, probably a lot riding on Captain Marvel, to put that pressure on Rotten Tomatoes. But I mean, you know, we'll never know. This is all, of course, back alley kind of deals and issues and stuff that are addressed, I'm sure. Yeah. But yeah, I'm really glad to see that Rotten Tomatoes, finally did that, you know, because it's really not fair. And, you know, if you don't like a movie or you're not excited about a movie, and I think that this is paramount when it comes to comic book fans, they need to learn that, you know, if you don't have, I mean, this is some grade school stuff, but if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say it.
Oh, come on now.
You know, like go, you know.
Yeah, but
I mean, not, don't get me wrong. This is not, you know, I saw the movie, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I should be able to say I don't like it.
Right.
But when it's not even out yet, that's just, I mean, that makes us want to look at your motivations.
Right.
And at the end of the day, it's going to make you look like you're a sexist. You know what I mean? Because no other Marvel movie, I mean, you know, except maybe Black Panther. But like no more other Marvel movie has come under this much heat. Right. Marvel movies are usually always huge successes.
Right. Yeah. And you know what's crazy too? Like, you know, you say that and, you know, the actor, you know, Zachary Levi, who's playing Shazam, he actually went on his own Instagram and was trying to tell people like, hey, y'all need to chill with all this, you know.
Cut it out.
All this bashing on Captain Marvel. I'm like, yeah, you know, Shazam was Captain Marvel a long time ago. And it's, you know, it is kind of cool that both of the movies are coming out in the same year. I think that's pretty cool, but y'all need to chill on that. Matter of fact, check out the clip right here.
Defamatory and completely fictitious, like reviews and posts of Brie Larson's Captain Marvel and some like trying to pit Shazam against it and, you know, saying they're going to support us and not them because of things that they are, by the way, making up, things that they're saying they saw some screening and this, that, or the other is in the movie. For anyone out there who thinks you're doing me a favor or you're doing Shazam a favor or you're doing Warner Brothers or what, this is not helping anyone or anything. No competition. Just because Shazam used to be called Captain Marvel way back in the day doesn't mean that somehow Brie or Marvel's Captain Marvel are pitted against us. We're both movies and we're both going to be out in theaters at similar times, and the irony of that timing is really interesting for sure. But there is no conspiracy, guys. You need anyone out there who's holding on to some bone like they need to pick a side and pick a fight is sorely mistaken. And I really hope that you'll chill on that. Don't go and engage in that type of behavior anymore. If you want to be passionate about either movie, rock and roll. If you want to be passionate about both movies, rock and roll. But this is really low blow type of stuff. To be going and lying, first of all, is just, you know, the bottom of the barrel to me. But to be lying in an attempt to discredit or defame somebody, I think is just really sad. So please don't do that.
So
those two things have nothing to do with each other.
Yeah.
And they even tried to pull that. I mean, when Captain Marvel was like announced, they tried to do that same thing with Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel.
Of course.
Oh, well, I'm going to support Wonder Woman and not Captain Marvel because I'm DC and whatever.
Right.
Listen, if you are a comic book fan and you like comic book movies, you should give all of them a fair shot.
Exactly.
If we can give characters like Ant-Man
Uh-huh.
and the Guardians of the Galaxy with their freaking talking raccoon a
That
chance.
nobody knew of.
Right. If you can give those movies a chance, then you need to give Captain Marvel a chance. That is
Exactly.
very silly to me to even any of that.
Right.
And it's hard not to, it's hard not to look at that and think, is it because she's a woman? I mean, really, because no Marvel movies have come under this much heat
Yeah.
in the past, and whatever. I just, in my opinion, at least, that's at the end of the day what it comes out looking like when you haven't even seen the movie.
Yeah.
Because at least then I'd be like, oh, well, they've seen it. They just didn't like it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You could be good with that.
I would feel confident and comfortable with that. But like, it's not even out. Come on.
Yeah.
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 What are you really mad about here?
Exactly.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, hey, no need to be sorry, man. We gotta tell it like it is, man. Because I mean that's just how it feels, how it comes across, and you can support both. You can support all these movies. It's cool, man. Like you can go watch Shazam, which I'm going to.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go see Captain Marvel. I'm gonna go see all of these movies because I'm a fan of comic book culture. That's why we started this podcast.
Right.
Like, we're fans of this, so we love it, so we're going to support it. Now, if it's trash, if it's bad,
I'm going to talk about it.
Exactly,
I'm going to talk about it.
But at least give it a chance, man. Like you're going in already. I mean, that's just bad intentions, man.
Right?
It's just like, oh, come on, people, what's going on here?
And I feel like they're really, really missing something here because this is the end. This is the end of something significant with Marvel. I mean, this Avengers. Well, Captain Marvel, of course, is right before it,
right?
And then Avengers Endgame is right after it.
Yeah.
But this is the end of a phase for Marvel. They've said that time and time again that after Endgame,
a lot of things going to change.
Things are going to change. They're going to start focusing on different characters, and Captain Marvel is probably going to be pivotal in that.
Hey,
this is her first appearance, and her stories are going to be developed.
Yeah,
and they're going to bring other characters in based on her universe and her world and her characters.
Right.
It's like if you don't watch this movie, or if you don't even give this movie a shot, like you're missing out on the beginning of something truly probably great for Marvel for the next 10 years.
Exactly.
So just in my opinion, I'm like, just be appreciative of the last 10 years. Be thankful that we had Iron Man and Thor and Hulk and Captain America. Like, just be thankful you had them for the last 10 years and that they were so good because that could have been bad. We know this. The X-Men trilogy, the Spider-Man trilogy, we know how bad this could have been, and it wasn't. It was spectacular.
Right.
It had some of its weak moments, but it was really, really great. And the next 10 years, they've learned so much. It's going to be even better.
You know what I'm saying?
So get on the hype train, all right?
Get on
the hype train.
Come on now. And also some breaking news that just happened. We learned this, hear about Will Smith not returning to Suicide Squad 2 as Deadshot. Your thoughts?
I'm devastated. I'm devastated.
Yeah.
I love Will Smith. He's a fabulous actor. I love Deadshot. Deadshot is a really cool character that is totally underused.
Right.
And I really liked, even though that movie was not good, like I loved the characterization of him. I loved Will Smith's, his acting in it.
Yeah.
And I loved the costume. The costume was awesome.
Right.
So it's a shame. It's a real damn shame.
Yeah.
That they're gonna, that's like, you remember when Dafoe was Green Goblin in the first Spider-Man? Like that's a loss.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like even though everything else was not great, like that man, that actor and his role in that character is like, man, like they missed out.
They did.
You know what I mean? So
for sure.
I feel like they're missing out when they lose Will Smith. So that sucks, but he's a busy dude.
Yeah. I mean, basically they were saying that as due to a scheduling conflict.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, these things tend to happen, I guess.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But, James Gunn, he did say that he wants to do a full reboot.
Right.
So we'll more than likely get some new characters up in there.
I'm honestly surprised anyways, because we talked about this before, but James Gunn said that he was going to recast everyone and he was going to have new characters, new story, new this, new that. So I was kind of surprised when I heard this because I was like, oh, well, I thought we weren't bringing Will Smith Deadshot back. I thought we weren't bringing Margot Robbie Harley Quinn back. But now I'm hearing rumors that she's going to appear and at least have like a cameo or something. So it's like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, it's his movie, so and I
Right.
trust him. He knows what he's doing. But yeah, I was just shocked. I'm not
Yeah.
shocked. Surprised when I heard that.
Hey, but hey, it's James Gunn, so I trust him. WB, not so much.
No.
But as of late,
That's true.
It looks like they are starting
They're
to,
learning.
learn from their past mistakes. So let's hope they give James Gunn full range. He could do what he do. I mean, he gave y'all the Guardians 1 and 2. Think he knows what he's doing. Think he knows what he's doing. So we have to sit here and wait and see, because I believe it's coming out 2021, so that's 2 years away. So they got to start getting ready to film right now, actually.
Yeah, probably.
Got to get on it, man. Suicide Squad 2, you there? You going to see it?
Yeah. I mean, I'll see it. I don't know. It's complicated. I might not see it like opening day, but I will always see any comic book thing that comes out. At least give it a shot.
At least give it a shot. All right. Suicide Squad 2 without Will Smith. We going to give it a shot.
Movies I'm looking forward to are Detective Pikachu and Shazam.
All right, little CO. Coming soon preview.
Yeah.
We got two. We got two good ones. The first one, we have the lovable Detective Pikachu. Trailer number 2 just dropped. Check it out.
So there I was. I woke up with a heavy case of amnesia in the middle of nowhere. The only clue to my past is Harry's name and address inside this hat. So I made my way to the apartment, and that's when I found you and your stapler gun.
Stop talking! You're a hallucination!
You're a hallucination.
So you're a talking Pikachu with no memories who's addicted to caffeine.
I can stop whenever I want. These are just choices. Another round, extra shot, black as night. Thank you, sweetie. I don't know. Maybe Harry got in too deep. Mixed up with the wrong crowd, that kind of thing. Look, you can talk to humans. I can talk to Pokemon. And if you want to find your pops, we're gonna need each other.
No, I don't need a Pokemon.
What about a world-class detective?
All right, little CO. You're like the more knowledgeable when it comes to Pokemon.
Yeah.
Between us. Your thoughts on it?
Okay, so what's funny about that is I can't stand Pokemon.
Oh, you
the
can?
games.
Oh.
I love the Pokemon. I like
Okay.
the monsters, and I love
Okay.
the story and the lore and stuff. But I'm so sick of the game. My spouse loves Pokemon Go. Like, that's his crack right now.
Yeah.
He's addicted to it, and he loves like Pokemon Sun, Moon, and stuff. Like, he's been playing it nonstop.
Ah, okay.
So I'm kind of burnt out.
Yeah.
But like this trailer got me like hyped again. I was so excited. It's so cute. Look at all the It's like every time they make a new teaser or trailer or whatever, they like show more Pokemon, like new or ones we haven't seen yet in their live action appearances. I get excited. Like, I got chills. I got really excited. I felt like a little kid watching it. I got all amped up.
What's your thoughts on the Mewtwo? Then they show
Oh my god, it looks so good.
Yeah.
That's like what I was like, that's Mewtwo. Like
Right.
that's what Mewtwo would look like.
Yeah.
I feel like they're doing such a good job at that because that's tough.
Yeah.
To translate a cute cuddly cartoon character to real life is really hard.
You know what? That's giving me faith, though, man. It's giving me faith that, because it is, I guess, it is an anime, right?
Technically
it's an anime. So the fact that they are able to nail these characters in live action, it's just giving me hope for more anime movies. It's like, okay, cool. Like, if they can nail Pokemon.
Oh, yeah. That's tough.
Yeah, that's tough. Because, I mean, after seeing this trailer, I'm like, yo, man, they just need to do a full-on Pokemon movie again, but like live action.
Yeah. Do you like the first one?
Right. The first one.
God, that one hurt my feelings.
I
would love that. I would watch that.
Make that live action. I mean, they obviously can do it.
Yeah.
Just, you've seen it already. So I'm like, yeah, man, just that's the next one. Just go into it.
I feel like this movie is like them testing the waters.
Right.
Because after the success of Pokemon Go, I mean, Pokemon Go became like this cultural thing. It swept across the nation.
Right.
Everyone was doing it.
Yeah.
And then Pokemon Moon and Sun came out and they've been big hits. And then they just announced another game. I think it's like Sword and Shield or something.
Okay.
I haven't had a chance to read up on it. But like clearly Pokemon is coming back. Clearly it's being a success. So I'm thinking once they put this movie out, because this movie's like more family friendly. You know what I mean? It doesn't really dive into the story like Ash and, it's like, do you think this is cute? There's a little bit of a mystery. It's mostly going to be funny and cute. Very lighthearted.
Yeah.
So like I think this is going to be the big toe into the water, and then maybe they'll do more.
Yeah.
Which I think people would really react well to that.
I think they do, man. I think they would. After seeing this, it's like some of my friends are like, yo, they can do a straight up Pokemon movie now after seeing these 2 trailers. Like, here we go.
I would lose it.
Let's go, So, we just have to wait and see, man. I believe this is also a Warner Brothers film. So, hey, Warner Brothers, looks like y'all are doing y'all.
Sometimes they know what's up.
You know what I'm saying? I think they got something going right here. All right. And then also the next trailer, you guys know, X-Men Dark Phoenix. We weren't sure if it was coming out, but it looks like it is. Check out the trailer right here.
Look. You're special, Jean. And if you stop fighting that force inside you, if you embrace it, you will possess the very power of a god.
Tell me how we fix this, Charles. Tell me what to do. I don't know what to do.
And what they don't understand, what they fear, and what they fear, we seek to destroy.
This is your fault, Charles. I tried to protect her.
I'm scared. When I lose control, bad things happen to people I love.
The girl dies.
She's still Jean. We can still help her.
Sometimes you want to believe people as something that they are not. By the time you realize who they are, it's too late.
Yeah, Lil CO. Are you a believer? X-Men Dark Phoenix. Your thoughts on the trailer?
Oh man.
Oh no.
I watched that trailer and I felt nothing. And that's really sad.
Oh.
And I don't know if it's I watched what was it? Days of Future Past.
Right? Yeah.
I didn't watch Apocalypse.
Okay.
So I don't know, maybe I'm just not attached to this group or I guess cast. Yeah, let's say cast.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just not attached yet and then I wasn't attached, and now I'm less attached because now I know they're just gonna start over.
Yeah.
It's like, why get attached if they're just gonna,
right.
So it's it's complicated.
Yeah.
And honestly, at the end of the day, I really like the X-Men. They're one of my favorite teams from Marvel. If I have to pick something,
right.
But I hate Jean Grey. I just hate her. I don't like her character.
Wait, are you? So do you not like? You said the character.
I don't like any of it. I don't like Jean Grey, and I don't like the Phoenix. I don't like the Dark Phoenix. So
that was never your jam.
Yeah, so it's another movie about Jean Grey, Dark Phoenix, and I'm like, eh.
You know what? That's a popular sentiment I've seen online that people are saying. Some people are saying, "Look, we've seen this already.
Right.
We've seen this already. This happened with The Last Stand, which was bad on all accounts." But that
was bad.
Yeah.
God.
So. You guys are redoing it again with the same story, but Simon Kinberg, who's always worked closely with it, this is his turn to do it.
Yeah,
and I guess he's like, yo, I know you guys seen this already, but
right.
I'm gonna do it right.
And honestly, time. I think they're gonna do. It didn't look bad. I thought it looked interesting.
Yeah.
It just didn't get my jimmies,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And then me personally, I had a bunch of what's the word for this, but things against it.
Okay.
Initially. So, it looked interesting. It looked gorgeous, of course.
Right.
And I honestly think they will do a better job at the Dark Phoenix storyline because at the end of the day, even though I don't personally like her or the story, the Dark Phoenix saga is a really big, huge part of the X-Men history, but part of Marvel.
Oh yeah.
It's one of those, it's like Infinite Crisis, all that stuff for DC. It's one of those monumental storylines. It's world building.
Yeah.
And it's if you want to know, if you want to be a Marvel fan, you have to read it.
Oh yeah, that's
you know what I mean.
It's one of the things you got to go to.
I understand why they're doing it. I just, I personally am not super excited about it.
Okay, I got you. Well, one thing how I feel about it, I'm looking forward to it, but I wasn't excited
Yeah, it just didn't get me like.
It didn't get you, ready to go.
Ugh.
But you know what? Honestly, I'm glad it's actually coming out.
Yeah, I'm really glad they didn't drop
that was
it.
my worry. I was like, well, they already filmed it.
Yeah.
It's been done.
That would have been foolish.
So that was my thing. I was more, okay, I'm relieved that it's finally coming out.
Yeah.
And then with the trailer, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is familiar territory. So I'm like,
but maybe
all right.
the next trailer will be like more. I want to see more action.
Well, you know what?
I mean?
A lot of people are saying that the trailer might have given away a huge spoiler of a character that might be gone. You know what I'm saying? Well, obviously I'm about to say it now.
Just say
yeah, spoil. Well, it's on the trailer.
It's in the trailer.
It's in the trailer. But they make it seem like Mystique is dead. They make it seem like Jean Grey done took her out. It was like you see the grave and like even in the first trailer, like why'd you do it? Why'd you have to do it and kill her or whatnot? I'm like, yo, are they brave enough to actually put that in the trailer?
Right.
And then I'm like, well, come on, man.
I don't think so.
That's on the nose.
I think it's misleading. I think it's a red herring.
Right. And we've seen this plenty of times in trailers. But if they were to do it, they would be like the first ones to be like, no, this is what it is. I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to give you props for that. If y'all the first people to be like, yeah, it's in the trailer. So that means there's way more to the story that we're even going to, let you guys in on yet. So, yeah, I'm like you. I'm looking forward to it. So I am excited, but again, with Disney taking over and they're probably just going to reboot everything, it does leave a little like, oh man, well, this is probably like the last hurrah right here. So,
right.
And I like the cast. I love Professor X. I love his the actor who plays him.
Yeah. And even the Magneto guy, the Beast guy, McCoy.
Fassbender, McCoy. Like I love the actors in this. I hope it's good for this to more than likely be the last hurrah. So,
it's sad.
It is. But it's coming out this summer. So this year's jam-packed, as we all know. So,
but listen, that doesn't mean they might not blow our socks off. I mean, because I think I've talked about this before on the podcast, but that Star Wars movie, what was it? The one shot.
Rogue One?
Rogue One.
Yeah.
Like if you're a Star Wars fan, we all went into that movie knowing they were going to die. It's a suicide mission.
Right.
Leia said that more than once.
Yeah.
People died for this information.
Mm-hmm.
And I went into it like, man, you ain't gonna make me care about these people. They gonna die. You're not gonna trick me.
Right.
And then they made me care about them. And it broke my heart when what's his name? The robot gets shot.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. And then they all just start following after that. Oh, so that doesn't mean that this can't be good.
Exactly.
And I really do hope it is, because
I hope so.
They deserve that. You know what I mean?
Do.
Especially the actors, because they gave their all and they did their part. And it's not their fault that Fox sucks.
It's out of their hands, man. It's out of their hands. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully it's a good last hurrah.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hi, so I'm Callist Cosplay, and my favorite hero is Jean Grey. I absolutely love that she's the very first student at Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters, and she paves the way for the other mutants. She's also an incredibly important member of the team who grows in prominence as we get through the 70s and into the 80s as we get into that Bronze Age. Incredibly powerful figure, and has been my hero and my crush since I was 10.
All right, guys, it's time for rumors and speculations.
Yeah, baby.
So you know what that means, CO. We gotta go take a trip to the comic book store.
No.
We gotta see our guy.
No.
Yeah, man, he's over there, man. He's waving us down right now. I know he looks kind of creepy. I know.
With his fedora and
the trench coat.
Beard.
Yeah. Oh man, he grew a neck beard.
Yeah, neck beard.
Oh man. All right, so let's go ahead and go over and talk to my guy right quick. So Crisis on Infinite Earth crossover CW event. Now, your theory, or is this out there?
This is the rumor mill, baby.
Okay. Your theory, this is all going to be tied into the Arrowverse?
I'm hearing. I put my ear to the streets.
Okay.
I am hearing that. I mean, it's very exciting that they're doing this, and we're not surprised because they did Elseworlds. They're doing all kinds of great crossover events to kind of get people rewatching the shows again and watching some of the other shows, because most people are like watching one or two. But yeah, Crisis on Infinite Earths is supposedly coming, and supposedly when we get that, it's going to make every CW show on the air into one universe. So I didn't realize this because I've never watched Supergirl, but Supergirl technically happens on a different Earth.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Because like I haven't watched. I don't really care for the Super family. We know this.
Oh yeah,
we've had this talk.
We've had this talk. Yes.
Unfortunately,
yes, we have.
So I've never watched that show, but apparently I didn't realize that, and a few of the other ones too maybe are like that. Like we've always known that Legends of Tomorrow, Flash, Arrow, happen in the same universe.
Right. Yeah.
But like for example, Batwoman exists in a universe where Batman died, and then she like shows up.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's complicated.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's not very terribly surprising. I don't know, because this of course hasn't been confirmed. But if this is what they decide to do, it's not super surprising to me as a comic book fan and reader,
right?
Because that's what Infinite Crisis kind of did in the comics too.
Yeah, for sure.
Like there was this point where they had like, you know, Earth 1 and Earth 2 and Earth, you know, like all these, you know, different worlds and universes and timelines and crap. And they were like, man, we got to like mush this all together.
Right. Yeah.
Make this work.
Yeah.
So like, you know, people died, people disappeared, stuff happened, and then it all, you know, came out the wash at the end. They did that with Blackest Night too. They did that with, you know, and we know this is the very famous one, but Flashpoint was a really famous example of that.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised, and it makes more sense, and honestly, it would kind of make me like, I don't know, want to jump in more, especially as a person who's on the outside now, because I used to watch the shows,
right?
And then I just like stopped caring, and like kind of fell off the boat. So yeah, it makes me want to jump on the boat. So it's a pretty smart strategy. Good job.
Okay,
but we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah,
you never know.
But
that's the rumor.
That's the rumor for that, yo. All right, well, Lil CO, we're still hearing some rumors out here, man. My guy with the neck braid just came over and told me, whispered something. He said that. I don't know if you guys heard it, but he said Phase 4. Whispering to me. I'm like, dude, man, I mean, you don't have to whisper it to me, man. It feels weird.
Don't put your lips on my
it feels
earlobe.
weird, man. You already got the neck beard, and I'm feeling all that rubbing it. Well, anyway, let's get off that. So, Phase 4, we know this is a new phase. We know Endgame is the endgame.
Yes.
Like, straight up. So, some characters aren't coming back.
Right. Or they're fading into the background, so newer characters can kind of take the stage front.
Right. So, all right, speculations on that. Certain characters we know. Certain characters we notice. I mean, obviously, you got Spider-Man. That's the first one. We know.
My baby.
We know he coming. We know my boy T'Challa's coming.
Yeah.
You know he's bringing all Wakanda back. T'Challa's coming back. Doctor Strange. They're already getting ready to start shooting Doctor Strange 2. So, obviously, you know, all of the newer characters. Guardians is up in the air.
They're in the air, boy.
Because with the whole James Gunn controversy and, you know, Kevin Feige's like, yo, man, this movie might not come out for a little bit. But it is coming back out.
Yeah, they did confirm that.
So my question is, okay, well, all right. Which of the Guardians are coming back?
Yeah.
Are they going to be able to save certain people? And, you know, we got that. Let me see. What else? Oh, of course, we got the X-Men. We got this Disney Fox. And word is that it's supposed to be wrapping up mid-March.
I saw that.
So we have that, obviously. So that's the biggest thing. My thing, Phase 4 means Fantastic Four. That's what Phase 4. I'm linking it to Fantastic Four.
Well, I don't think that's like linked, but yeah.
I'm linking it. I'm reaching out there.
I think that's coincidence. But yeah, you know, I think they're gonna, I mean, I don't know, we'll see. But I think they're gonna build their empire.
Okay.
Well, at least the rumor is that they're gonna try to take more of their stories to space, right?
Okay.
That's the new frontier. They're gonna explore more, like Captain Marvel, I feel like is gonna be the door that opens that gateway into more space stories. And then what I think is gonna happen is they're gonna move away from Avengers as much, in my opinion. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But like, I think that a lot of the major characters are either going to die. That's pretty obvious. Or a lot of them are going to retire. Like I sense that strongly, especially with Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man.
Right.
Maybe retire as a superhero, but be more of a mentor. You know, still be there. Like more cameos than full feature films.
Okay.
But yeah, I think they're going to move away from Avengers. If they don't move away from Avengers, they're going to have the new Avengers.
You know what I
know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I think would be cool is if they like push back the next Avengers film even more. Just so we get to really. We already love a few of these characters already. We love Black Panther. We love Spider-Man, Doctor Strange. I'll say Doctor Strange as well too. Ant-Man. We have those. So I feel like if it was me, maybe I would hold off on another Avengers film,
right?
For a while.
I feel like they're plenty established. That they could let them kind of simmer a little bit,
make people want the Avengers back again.
Right.
You know
exactly.
what I'm saying? Like maybe wait another maybe 5-6 years. And have all these other films that's coming out to really we love, and then plus we got the X-Men coming,
right? And
that's Fantastic Four coming.
That's what I think. And when it comes to Earth stories, I think they're going to focus more on the X-Men, build that empire, and then build more with Fantastic Four, and then kind of take it easy with the Avengers. Maybe have 1 or 2 movies, but not as many. Probably not even as many solo films. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, so, and then I think they're going to do more with space, which is really cool and exciting because there's so much more I want to see, happen and be done. For example, I would really, really love to see, because since they're introducing Captain Marvel, I would love to see an A-Force movie.
Ooh.
So A-Force is all of the powerful, strong women of Marvel comics. So She-Hulk, America Chavez, characters like that.
Yeah.
I would love to see an A-Force team. Or even the Ultimates, that would be really cool. Because that's another little team that not many people know about. Guardians of the Galaxy,
right,
but they could really explore and have. There's such good characters.
You still got the Nova Corps out there, no?
Yeah, or even that. You know what I mean?
You already introduced them a little bit already in Guardians, so
right. Yes.
So that'd be awesome, man. Yeah, that I see that definitely. That'd be a good way to do that. Yeah, because I am interested in seeing them go out of space a lot more. I'm interested in seeing the more of the spiritual side with Doctor Strange and the magic side, the mysticism.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I want to see more of that. I want to see more. I want to see more of Doctor Strange's world.
Yeah,
and I believe we will get that in Doctor Strange 2 and all of that because man, I tell you right now, man, Infinity War. Doctor Strange was on his A+ game, so I'm I want to see how he got to that and where he goes from here. Yeah, for sure. Man, I'm excited. I just want to see my Fantastic Four done right. I want to see the X-Men in the MCU. I want to see how they relate it, how they make it work. And I want to see those interactions, man. I'm just excited about the future. Phase 4. I'm excited, man. It's going to be hard to see some of our favorites go.
Yeah.
We had 10 years.
10 years, baby.
Of, being, loving these characters. And now we got new characters.
It's time to move on. It's time to keep it hot and fresh and ready.
Ooh, man.
But yeah, I'm particularly excited for X-Men. There is so much they could do.
That's a whole universe right there.
Seriously, that. I mean, what they've done with Avengers, you can do the exact same thing with X-Men. And we've talked about that. They have X-Men.
Yeah.
There's X-Force.
Yeah.
There's the New Mutants, which you're touching on.
Right.
There's so many little teams and there's just so much they could do.
I want my Silver Surfer. I want my real Galactus, not that fake cloud stuff that was in that Fantastic Four movie. I want all of that. I'm excited, man.
That weak crap.
Yeah, whatever that was. So have to wait and see, man. Well, I think that wraps up our speculation and rumors from the street. Hey, my guy over there in the corner, appreciate you. Might need to shave a little bit. Our insider,
Ugh.
He needs a name.
Take a shower.
We need a name.
You know what his name is?
What's that?
It's Sheldon.
Sheldon? That sounds like you look like a Sheldon guy.
Sheldon.
Yeah, Sheldon.
That's it.
All right, Sheldon. We'll catch you next time, yo. Appreciate it.
My favorite villain, Poison Ivy, because I think she's just really good, and I think it's really good that she's taking care of Gotham's plans, because God knows no one else is, because Gotham's always overrun with Joker gas or fear toxin.
All right, CEO, it's time to get into our reviews. So we review some awesome shows, movies, and all of that good stuff. Now, CEO, last time we talked, you were watching Cloak and Dagger, right?
That's right.
So are you still watching it? Have you finished it? What's up?
I have finished it, and I loved it.
Ooh.
I am so excited for season 2, and I'm really glad now that I don't have to wait that long.
Yeah, you're one of those. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it wasn't like there was no reason why I hadn't watched it. It was just like, because there's like we've talked about this before.
So much out there.
So much content.
Yeah.
You know, and like Netflix was, my default streamer, our streaming service. I was always watching, Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Punisher, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
So I just hadn't kind of ventured to the Marvel side of Hulu yet.
Yeah.
But I loved it. It was awesome. It's kind of refreshing to see younger Marvel characters.
Right.
Sure. Like I love, Spider-Man. He's great. He's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I have seen enough of Spider-Man, so I'm kind of over it. So it was really cool to see younger heroes struggling with, family life, school, and also coming to terms with their powers and being heroes.
Right.
So I really, really liked it. It was so good. I love the tide of the mysticism and the relationship between Tyrone and Tandy was so cool. Like they did such a good job of the give and take between the two of them, them teaching each other lessons. It was really good. I really liked it.
Good. I'm glad you did, man. That's one of my favorites right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Last year, that was definitely one of my favorite Marvel shows. I made sure I watched it every week.
Now I don't know a lot about Cloak and Dagger in the comics.
Yeah.
I'm more of a DC person, but they are romantically tied together in the comics.
Yes,
right?
they are. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think they're slowly they're building to it. But I think right now I like the dynamic of them just kind of like
I like them being friends.
Being cool.
More.
Okay.
They're
a little young right now. They're a little young to be.
They really are to be like shipping them together.
Yeah. I mean, hey, look, I'm shipping them. You already got it.
Yeah.
I'm already put the mail on the postage stamp. I'm shipping it out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think right now, they're good being, friends, so that way they have each other's back more. But I feel like that'll happen when they, get older and whatnot. Cool. Okay. So, and then you said you're starting to watch Runaways, right?
I am. So I'll talk about that later. But yeah, I'm really liking Runaways too. I just love the little baby superheroes. It's just, I don't know. It's just killing me.
Well, check this out. I know we just got done doing rumors, but where it is, they about to do a little crossover.
No way.
Yeah. That's it.
I'm sorry.
They say it's coming. They say it's coming.
I'm okay with that. Please let that happen. Oh my gosh.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I like the way that they reference other like heroes and stuff too.
Yeah, I love that. I always love that. Always love that. That's always like the most geeky thing. It's like, oh, they said this.
Yeah.
They said this guy's name or this girl.
Oh, we know who that is. Yeah, man. That was cool.
All right, cool. Okay, well, that's what's up. Good team right there. And I also reviewed a team. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
My babies.
Yeah, your babies. I checked out your squad, DC. I went over there and checked out Doom Patrol. And man, there's only 2 episodes. As of right now. It'll probably be 3 by the time this issue comes out. But so far, I will say, if anyone out there is looking to, is kind of on the fence about it, I'm just letting you know that if you're looking for a Marvel, like, how Marvel and Netflix, how raw those shows were, DC, they are just as raw, if not rawer. This show alone, the first episode, man, oh man, this show should be rated mature for real. This show ain't for kids. You know what I'm saying? So if you're one of those parents who are like, yo, like me and my son, me and my daughter, we can sit and watch this cool, superhero show. I'm like, yeah, nah, this ain't for kids, yo. Nah,
this ain't for you.
This ain't for the kids. This is for grown adults right here, man. This is mature rated. I was thrown off by it. I was like, oh wow. But at the same time, it makes sense because we know, the Marvel Netflix thing is over now. And if you're looking for that same, feel like that raw and grittiness, that real, DC they're definitely doing it. That's for sure. Doom Patrol, 2 episodes in. I like it. I'm not big on Doom Patrol. So, I believe you might know more of Doom Patrol than I do.
Oh yeah, I love them.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with the Teen Titans when I was younger. I know I've talked about that a lot before. Because of the animated TV show, but I don't know if a lot of people know this, but before Beast Boy was on the Teen Titans, he was actually on the Doom Patrol.
Ooh.
Because when his parents perished in a boat accident, he was orphaned.
Okay.
And he was a weird little kid. He was green,
Yeah.
And people were like, "Man, that's weird." So nobody really kind of took pity on him except for, of course, Elastigirl or Elastiwoman, I think.
Yeah.
They're calling her. And the chief. They find him and they take him in and they become his what's the word? Adoptive parents.
Okay.
They raise him. They teach him how to use his powers.
Yeah.
And obviously he works on the team and they go and save the day and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really like the Doom Patrol, and I'm super stoked that DC decided to make a TV show about them.
Oh wow, you would like it.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch it.
I'm predicting that you would like it.
Yeah.
Just by your taste, I feel like I don't really have a full grasp on your taste as of yet, but it's getting there. And I think you really like it.
Well, I'm hearing a lot of people say, if you liked Umbrella Academy, the Netflix original TV show, that you're gonna like Doom Patrol.
I would say so. Yeah, it has a similar feel.
It's got the weirdness
it is weird. It is weird.
Probably not as serious, I think, as Umbrella Academy, but
not as serious.
Yeah,
not based off the first two.
Yeah,
no.
Which I'm not surprised because Gerard Way grew up actually reading Doom Patrol. And, he's admitted that he's definitely been influenced by that series when he wrote Umbrella Academy.
Right.
Yeah, I'm really excited to watch it. I just gotta get in there.
They got your boy Brendan Fraser.
I know, and he's so fabulous.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right now, man. This Brendan Fraser a different Brendan. I mean, you know how certain actors or actresses could play a role that they're known for forever, and then they do something different, but you can't help but see this person in that role.
Yeah.
This is different. Like Brendan Fraser is really, he's bodying this role right now.
Cool.
So it's really cool to see.
I'm psyched.
It's really cool to see him in this element. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna spoil it for our listeners out there, but I would say for sure, definitely check it out. Don't have your kids watch it with you. This is strictly for I would say 18, but you know what? I'm upping it. 21 and over.
Okay.
This is something like, hey, if you want to go drink, if you can go out there with your ID, get you a drink, you can watch this show.
Cool.
That's all. But people ain't gonna listen to me. They were like, what? Oh, I'm about to watch it now.
They took babies to Deadpool, so.
No, that's a fact. That's true. But yeah, thumbs up so far. Definitely check it out. CEO, check it out when you get a chance, because I know you will like it.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Corpse Bride with 3s instead of E's. My favorite hero is Mei Hatsume from My Hero Academia, because even though she doesn't have a really cool power, it's just Zoom. She went in, she got into the support class, and she got so far in the hero tournament and everything, and she's just an awesome character to begin with. Come on, you don't need hero superpowers to be that awesome, for one.
All right, guys, we took a break from this last week, but we are back with some hot takes, yo. Back at it, man. This time, we talk about things that get you heated, get you mad, get you upset. That's why it's called Hot Takes. Unpopular opinions that we feel strongly about, and more than likely, you're not going to change our minds on it. So, CEO, would you like to go first, or you want me to go first?
I'm going to go first.
You want to go first?
I'm excited to talk about mine.
Okay.
So my hot take this week, I'm gonna take it back.
All right.
All the way back to the original series of Star Trek.
Hey, okay.
I'm a huge Trekkie. I love Star Trek. I've watched so much of it. I collect the comics. I'm invested.
Yeah.
But this is a really popular, debate among the Trekkies, and that debate is who is the best captain in the Star Trek universe.
Okay.
So this will get people pretty heated, but in my opinion,
okay.
Actually, this is kind of the opposite, but in my opinion, the worst captain in the Star Trek universe is Kirk. Yeah, Captain Kirk.
Captain Kirk?
I think he is just the worst.
Really?
And I feel bad because he's the fan favorite, and I feel like the only reason why people like him so much is because they want to be like him. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I feel like they insert themselves in him because they're like, man, I wish I had the balls to grab that girl and kiss her, or just jump into action.
Yeah.
And or whatever, or be right there in the front lines of a battle or whatever.
Right.
But those are all of the things that make him a bad captain. You know what I mean? A good captain is level-headed, is strategic.
Okay.
It's just not any of the things that all of the decisions that he makes put everyone on the Enterprise in jeopardy constantly.
Oh man, but he saves the day.
But does it count as saving the day if you put them all in jeopardy to begin with?
But it's fun that way.
No. Listen, space exploration is not supposed to be that kind of fun. It's supposed to be scientific. It's supposed to be fascinating. It's supposed to be, invigorating. But
that don't sound boring to you?
Listen, every other week, their lives are put in jeopardy. That's a
good time.
That's not exciting to me, at least.
That's very exciting.
That's not exciting.
It's
That's terrifying. Anxiety-inducing.
We might not survive this trip. This is awesome.
This is a scientific expedition. This isn't some warship, in Klingon in the neutral zone. Are you good?
I'm just saying, man.
I can't deal with him. He's like, we found a planet and there's life on it or something, and we need to go down and investigate. I will, as the captain of the ship, I'll beam down. And not only will I beam down, but I'm going to take every important person on the ship down with me. Yeah. So I'm going to take my first officer.
You need backup.
I'm going to take the head of the medical unit.
Well, if I get hurt?
No. That's not how any of this works. That's not smart. That's that's if that's okay. You know how we're in a war right now?
Right.
That's the president. That's Donald Trump getting on a plane and going to Afghanistan and jumping in the pits with everyone.
He would have more respect for me if he did do that.
No, that's not what the president is supposed to do.
this dude is the man. I'm riding. If he going into space and he's going to be the first one out there, I follow this captain right here. Cap, let's go. Let's roll.
No.
Let's do this.
Because, if he dies, that would throw everything in the country off. Do you see what I'm saying? It's cool and it's interesting to watch, us as the viewer. Yeah, of course it's interesting as a TV show. But,
it's
when you think about it, logically, it's stupid.
Oh,
the captain should not.
Why you gotta throw the L word out here, man? Why you gotta throw the logically in here,
I'm just saying, it's stupid. The captain should not be down, and then he's down there with the first officer. So, if he gets taken out, then the first officer is supposed to be the captain, but now the first officer is down there, and he can't. Do you see what I'm saying?
I see. It
doesn't make any sense.
I'm just saying. You would feel better. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good.
You would feel better if the cat was like, "Hey, let's get just whoever off the crew to go down there." And
not whoever.
That's what they're making it sound
like. The first officer. Okay, remember Next Generation?
Yeah.
Did Picard go down there every dang time?
But Picard had no business, though.
No.
Oh, no. Picard was older. That's the difference. Picard was a little older in his age.
Don't make me say it.
And Picard was like, you know what? Hey, man, I'm just going to chill a little bit. Man,
please
let y'all do that.
Don't make me say my ass. Don't say my ass.
What?
No, man. It's because he's a good captain. A captain sends his first officer. He sends a security person. He sends... a scientist down there to, investigate.
Yeah.
He sends a team that is a balanced team that has, all the whatever that they need to go down and investigate.
Okay.
A mystery, an adventure.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that because, he does, usually Picard does end up down there at some point, but he sends an away team so that he knows, okay, it's safe. Do you see what I'm saying?
He's older. He got more to risk. He's got more to risk, man.
You about to make me mad. You about to make me mad.
It's the hot takes, man. I had to challenge you. He's a little older, man.
That's not.
If you up in age, what is up? It's just like someone saying, hey, you need to go out there and play with them young boys out there.
Oh my god!
Nah, man, I'm
serious?
good.
That is
chilling.
Not what the captain.
Hanging out.
That's you're playing chess and you just put your king out. You can't. That's not smart. Do you see? If you cut the head off, then everything falls apart.
But it don't happen.
I'm just saying. But only because it suits the show. Do you see what I'm saying? In the real world, a captain who acts like that would be dead.
Kirk's that guy.
Dead.
He's able to make it happen. He's proved time and time again. Hey, I'm that man.
My ass. That's all I'm saying. My ass.
All right. Okay.
Being lucky is not a superpower, and
hey, he's been lucky every episode.
Every episode.
So I don't think that's luck. I think that's skill.
It's oh my god.
I think that's skill.
Anyway, I stick by my guns, and that is that Kirk is actually a very bad captain.
Okay.
If he should be anything, he should really be a first officer.
Okay. All right.
But that's just me. Now, as for the best captain, I actually don't have a best captain. I feel like everyone else after that did a really good job. Like Picard was very good, and then Cisco was a very good captain.
Yeah.
So I can't really like say who I think is better.
Okay.
Although I will say I won't say this. Never mind. I don't feel like Kirk was better in the movies. He was just as bad. And like putting people in. I mean, he got the Enterprise shredded like twice. So, and those are $1 billion ships.
Hey, well, you know, they good. They be all right.
All right.
They make it. They make it. Okay. All right. Well,
but that's my hot take.
That's your hot take, huh?
I like to keep it spicy.
All right. Keep it spicy. You know what I'm saying? I got you a little heated. You know what's ironic? I like Picard the best. But, you know.
I know. You just try and get my goat.
I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there, man. Picard's like, I don't got time for all that young stuff, man. I'm chilling up here. Y'all go. But my hot take this week is something that we've talked about. I believe a lot of people feel the same way. We've spoken about this. This whole comic book culture's kind of like surrounds it. And, you know, the difference between a fan and a fanatic, right? So like we were talking about earlier about, you know, fanatics going out and, you know, putting negative reviews on movies before it even comes out. Fanatics who get so upset about a small change about their, you know, the character that they love so much, the fanatic that gets upset over a reboot of something that they loved. And yes, I put myself in it because I'm guilty of it. I'm not going to lie, but I'm just done with fanatics ruining the experience for everyone else. So the fanatics of Star Wars, the fanatics of Marvel, of DC, of your Star Trek, you know, of so many franchises that we love. And I feel like the fanatics ruin, or they're getting close to ruining the experience to the general public. For people who just want to go and see like, oh, this looks cool. Because I've seen this happen before. And I'm sure you've seen this happen, you know, working in a comic book store, is that you might have someone who's clearly don't know really anything. They're just like, oh man, okay, cool. I'm excited to see this movie. Doesn't really matter what it is, but I'm excited to go to it. And you have the fanatic like, oh no, don't go see it. It's going to be trash. It's going to be garbage. They changed this. They made this, that, or they made this character a woman, or they made this character, you know, a different race, or, oh man, they made too many changes. I don't like what they're doing. They ruined it. It's over. Those fans I call fanatics.
Yeah, I agree.
I call over the top. And again, I admit I'm one of them. But it's just like, can we just chill? And I know that's a question that, you know, I already know the answer is going to be no. Are you crazy?
Hell no.
That's never going to happen. So maybe this is just wishful thinking, but can we just kind of chill a little bit? Like the fanatics, we get it. I mean, we understand. Like, the fanatics, we're the ones that kind of, you know, put a lot of money in those pockets. But little do you know, like, we're the minority.
Right.
We are the minority. The fanatics, the hardcore fans who know all of the lore, we may think like, hey, it's a lot of us, and it is, but we're like a small minority in the overall grand scale of things. So it's kind of like, you got to remember, guys, hey, relax. It's okay. It's okay to like Star Wars and Star Trek. It's okay to like Marvel and DC. It's okay to like all of these things. Ghostbusters. It's okay to like these things and not have to bash or tear down another franchise or someone who's just getting into it. You know, I've seen this happen like, oh, well, where were all these fans a few years ago?
Oh, my God. I hate that crap.
That I can't
I hate
stand.
that so much.
Where were you guys at? Like, what? No one liked Iron Man back in the day. Where are all your Iron Man fans at? Where are your Guardians fans at? Or where are all these fans now? Or you guys are new to it? I'm like, yes, they are.
That's a good thing.
That's a great thing. You should welcome them with open arms, man.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
And it's funny to me because comic book fans are like the worst.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, well, I know every little thing about Spider-Man, so I get to be the say all be all about Spider-Man and Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. If it wasn't for those Marvel movies that came out 10 years ago, Iron Man, Captain America and stuff, like comic book stores would be over. They'd be out of business.
Talk
what
about
I mean?
it.
Like there would be no local comic book shops.
Yeah.
We would have all gone out of business if it wasn't for those movies. The resurgence of comic books in pop culture saved local comic book stores. Now, I don't think comic books would have disappeared or anything.
Yeah.
It would have been all like digital. It would be digital or, books, like you only could buy like books. You have to wait for, 6 issues in one thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like they hate those people, you know, when they come into the store and they're like, oh, I love the Deadpool movie. I want to read Deadpool comics.
Yeah.
It's like, well, where were you? And it's like, but that's what is saving your comic.
Exactly.
That you're like complaining about this very thing that's keeping the industry alive.
Right.
You know, and it's just so ridiculous to me because and it makes me mad because these nerds, like, they're very possessive of this thing. And I understand why. You know, they've been bullied. They were mocked. They were ostracized. They were the lame kids in their school because they read comics or whatever, or because they were a nerd just in general.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like they become possessive of this thing because it's their thing.
Right.
This was the only thing that saved them from losing their minds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And being depressed or being sad and alone in life.
Yeah.
But like... They are turning into the very things they hate.
Exactly.
They're turning into the bullies that they hated in this new, and it's sick because it's like a power trip for them because they were the bullied. They're like, well, now I'm gonna, you know, now I get to be, and that's messed up.
It is.
Like you're what's the word? You're contributing to a cycle of nastiness, and it's like I don't have the time or the energy for that.
Right.
You know, like we talked about this last week with Umbrella Academy. Like a lot of people have come into the store this week and asked me, what did you think about the show? What did you think? Like, what did you think?
Yeah.
You're obsessed with Umbrella Academy. We want to know your opinion because your opinion matters to us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, I tell them it's really different from the comic, which I don't love. And they're like, oh, so you hated the show. I'm like, no, I didn't hate the show. I really liked it. I actually had a lot of fun watching it.
Yeah.
But it's like, instead of being like, well, nobody cared about Gerard Way or nobody cared about Umbrella Academy 10 years ago except me and, you know, 100 other people.
Right, yeah.
I'm like excited. I'm like thrilled that people are watching this show and they're reacting so emotionally and like passionately to it, and that they are they're people I've never seen before coming into the store and asking to buy this book, and it like I'm getting emotional like just thinking about it. It makes me so happy that this thing that I have loved and is so good for so long that has never gotten the respect it deserves.
Yeah.
You know, it does not get the attention it deserves, is finally getting it. And it's because of the TV show. Like, I'm thankful, even though I didn't, you know, it's different and I didn't love that part of it. I'm so thankful that the show is introducing it to the mainstream and that people are reading it and that I can finally talk to somebody about it because I've been alone.
Right.
The only person I've ever been able to talk to about Umbrella Academy is my own sister.
Yeah.
You know, and it's because we read it together. You know, so it's like amazing to me that I can even have these conversations. But there are nerds out there who are mad about that. They're like, they want to hold it to their chest. And they don't want to, don't share. Like, this is mine. Don't even look at it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I can't imagine living life like that. Like, I feel so sorry for anybody who is so bitter.
Right.
And their heart is just like hardened against other people. That's sad to me.
That's sad.
So I feel you when you say, you know, fans are the worst. Like, they're the fanatics. They are the worst part of this fandom.
Yeah.
And they make us look bad.
Absolutely.
They make comic book fans look bad.
It makes
like
all look bad.
Like, we're childish ingrates who will throw a temper tantrum if you change, you know, the swirl on Superman's hair.
Right.
Like, come on, you know?
Yeah.
When really we don't care. We don't
care, man.
They're just the loudest.
That's all.
You know?
So, yeah, guys, just chill, man.
Take it down a notch.
Take it down a notch, man.
At the end of the day, and I hate to say it because I love comics, I love movies, and I love TV shows. At the end of the day, this is entertainment.
That's it.
It is not that serious. It will never, ever, ever, ever be that serious.
Well, you can't say that to some people, though.
No, of course not. I know that.
You know. You know. But, yeah. So, there you go. There you have it. Awesome hot takes today. Proud of both. You know, proud of both. Got you heated a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you usually always get me heated. But this is like the first time I actually got
me.
you. Yeah. Tides are turning. That's how we do it, guys. And if you feel a way about our hot takes, man, we want to know about it, man. Email us at comicsectionpodcast@gmail.com, and also hit us up all over our social media, man. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at the Comic Section. That's where you go to let out your frustrations on us. I'm excited to read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I want to hear it, man.
I want to hear it. I want to hear that trash
I want the facts.
talk. Yeah.
I want the facts. I want the dissertation. I want it.
Here we go.
Honestly, Iron Man. He's a bit of a jerk. I just don't see the appeal in his story either much. It seems a little bit cliche to me. But I'll still watch him if he comes on, you know.
All right, CO, it's time for you to let us know all those cool new comic books that came out this past week. So you want to let us know what's up?
Ooh, oh yeah. We got a bunch of really cool stuff coming out this week. So the big thing for Marvel this week was Captain Marvel, Braver and Mightier, number 1.
All right.
Now what's really great about this comic is that it is a one shot. So that means it is a self-contained book and that's it.
Okay.
It's just the number 1 and that's it.
Okay.
Cool. So you don't have to like read a million things, but it's really good for people who are excited about the Captain Marvel movie that's coming up.
All right.
That just want like a little sliver about who she is, what she does, and why she does it.
Right.
But yeah, definitely want to pick this up. It's pretty cool. Here, let me get the little synopsis for you.
Okay.
But it's Air Force pilot Carol Danvers is a hero to many. So what could possibly delay her in her own celebration on Carol Danvers Day? Only her other job as Earth's mightiest hero, Captain Marvel.
Hey.
So yeah, take a look. It's really cool. It's like almost narrated about her. It's really interesting. So I would definitely pick it up if you're excited about the movie.
Okay, there we go.
The other big thing this week from DC now is Detective Comics 999.
Oh, really? They're at 999.
Yes. So as many comic book fans do know, Action Comics 1000 came out last year.
Right, I remember that, yeah.
That was like a significant moment in comic book history. That is the first time an American comic has ever hit its 1,000th issue.
Wow.
So close, of course, behind it is Detective Comics 1000.
There we go.
So Detective Comics 1000 will come out actually March 27th.
Okay.
So we still have a little ways to go.
Yeah.
Because usually I think that's every 2 weeks, Detective. But anyway, but this week, Detective Comics 999 came out. And if you are interested in getting 1000, I highly recommend getting 999 because it'll just be the prelude into 1000.
That's got it.
And 1000 is going to be pretty significant, and not just because it's the second time American comics have reached its 1000th issue, but because they're going to introduce a brand new character into the Batman universe.
Ooh.
Now, if you've played the Arkham games, there is a character in the game called Arkham Knight.
Right, yeah.
Now in the games, this character was revealed to be Jason Todd.
Right.
Which is interesting.
My boy.
But he's going to be, actually Arkham Knight is going to be introduced into the comic book world where he's never existed.
Really?
For the first time in Detective Comics 1000. So it'll be a big issue because technically it'll be a first appearance, which is a very collectible item for comic book readers.
Yeah.
And then obviously the 1000, which is really exciting.
That's a big deal.
But yeah, so the big mystery, of course, is who is the Arkham Knight, because Jason Todd already exists in the comics.
Exists, right.
Obviously is one of the Robins, but Jason Todd is the Red Hood in the comics.
Yeah.
So he can't be the Arkham Knight unless they do some complicated crap where it's a clone, or Jason Todd from the future, or something stupid and cheap, but I don't think that's going to be it.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, Detective Comics is going to be really, really exciting. They're going to have, how many? They're going to have 12 different covers, like variants.
Wow.
Yeah. So they have like a standard A cover. It's by Jim Lee, of course.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Right.
But they have 9 different decade variants. So the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s. And each one is done in the famous style of that decade for Detective Comics.
Oh.
So think like the animated series, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Adam West, like that kind of stuff. They're really, really cool, and they're beautiful, and they're by, industry leaders like Jim Lee, Greg Capullo.
That'd be awesome.
Jacques, big people like that. It's really exciting and awesome.
Dope.
So yeah, definitely check out your local comic book store. Most comic book stores are doing pre-orders for 1000 if you want to read that.
Okay.
But you definitely want to pick up 999 this week.
Hey, I like it. 2 comics already. Do we have a third?
Yes, we do. And it's an indie. Yay!
All right.
This time, finally. Finally, some indie comics. But yeah, so Buffy the Vampire Slayer #2 is out this week, and I only bring it up because obviously #1 came out like a month ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's it's a cult classic TV show. People love it. And it is a Joss Whedon inspired and signed off series.
I love the movie, to be honest with you, more than the TV series. Yeah, that's a hot take.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, the movie's my jam.
But yeah, anyway, I'm sorry. It starts over at the beginning, and it's still in his world.
Okay.
His canon or whatever. So yeah, definitely want to pick that up. The only thing about it is, I think the #1 sold out.
Oh.
But they did do reprintings of number 1. So just go to your local comic book store and ask them to order you a reprint.
Yeah.
Honestly, in my opinion, the second printing had a prettier cover.
Oh, okay.
So
it's like,
you lucked out.
Lucked out on that. All right. Awesome, man. That sounds like a great time. Great thing to do. Go to your local comic book store. Pick up Captain Marvel, Braver and Mightier, number 1, Detective Comics 999. Before that, Big 1000, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer number 2. That deuce. Make sure you go cop that at your local comic book store. Shout out to our favorites, Soundwave Comics. Appreciate all the love as always. Definitely make sure you hit that up. I know I need to save some money so I can go ahead and get these things, man. I'm running out of space, CO, man. I need to buy some shelves or something, man, so I can put these books in.
Listen, if anybody understands your pain, it's me.
Yeah, I've seen your stuff.
Yeah.
All right, CO, before we end out another great issue of the comic section, you know, we got to end it out with the events. And speaking of events, like we said earlier at the beginning of the show, we just came from Captain's Comic Expo that, you know, went down at the Omar Shrine in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. You said you had a great time, right?
I did.
Yeah. What was your favorite parts of the con?
Well, I'm a little biased.
Okay.
Probably the cosplay contest and like all of the artists that were there.
Yeah.
Because man, I got so much great swag.
Right.
So much great swag. I collect enamel pins now because I just have too many like art prints.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Right. I know.
It's like a big con problem. So I collect enamel pins now and stickers.
Oh, cool.
I put the stickers all over my laptop, and then I have
Okay.
a cork board with all my enamel pins.
Wow.
Boy, I scored good this time. There's a bunch of artists with new enamel pins, so that was really exciting. But yeah,
That's cool.
those are usually almost always my favorite parts.
Oh, cool. So. All right. Well, mine, you know, I had the pleasure. I took my godson to his first Comic-Con, and this being it, so he had a great time. He dressed up as Freddy Fazbear. You know, of course, you know.
Pizzeria.
Yeah, man. Five Nights at Freddy, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it was great. He had a great time. I pretty much spent all my money on him because he got, like, all these awesome big collectibles. I think the biggest one he got was, like, the Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts. Mm-hmm. And we went to this one booth where they were, like, selling them. They're, like, made out of wood.
Yeah.
And them things were huge, man. It looks so cool. It looks, like, super accurate to the video game. And, yeah, So that was just a great time to, you know, take somebody to their first anything is always a great experience. So taking my godson to his first Comic-Con, he was just like, his eyes were just like wide open and just asking a million questions. So it was super awesome for that. So yeah, that was my number one thing. And yeah, I love the cosplay contest, you know, seeing the kids out there. And I love how they incorporate the kids being out there and doing their thing. And it was really awesome. And yeah, the people who actually, you know, created their outfits. That's why I give you props, man, for your cosplayers. Because, man, I mean, it takes a lot of work from the things that I've seen. Like, they put so much time and effort into those outfits and everything. And it looks amazing. So it was, yeah, that was great. That was, I can't imagine. Some of those outfits.
True love and dedication right there.
That's true love and dedication. Also, thing I love, man, Jason Marston, you know what I'm saying, the voice of
crazy.
Max Goof. He was there, special guest, and he actually, you know, commented on our photo of him, man, on our comic section party.
He's like really nice.
Yeah, he is.
I didn't get a chance to like meet him or get anything signed.
Yeah.
But I like walked by him.
Yeah.
And he was just like super chill, and he like waved. He was like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like he was super nice. Like you could tell, like he would like talk to you. Like he didn't care.
Super approachable.
Which is funny because like every other time I saw him, he was like surrounded with like con staff, and they were like, you know, protecting him from people like hassling him. But like he was so nice.
He was
like
cool.
He like you could tell he didn't care. Like I know most cons do that. They like make sure that their guests are like protected.
Yeah.
But like you could tell if he hadn't have been, he was like, I don't give a fuck.
Right. Like, I'm cool. Like we out here. Like we're doing.
Look at all these lovely people. You look so nice. I like your costume.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
he was really very nice.
Yeah. I didn't realize how short he was.
Yeah, he's like shorter than I am.
Yeah.
And I'm like 5 feet tall.
He made me feel tall.
I think he's like 4'11".
Yeah, he's really small.
And he looks so young. He looks like a teenager.
He does. And he's been doing this thing for a while, man. But like just hearing him talk, I'm hearing like, you know, Max.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he was cool. He would do like announcements over the intercom in the Max voice sometimes. And then I think he he did the kids portion of the costume contest as
Right.
his voice.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
That was awesome. So we had a great time. I say overall our experience was great. It was a great time being out there. Met a couple of our listeners out there.
Yeah,
so that's always
cool.
That's always super awesome to meet you guys. So hopefully we get to meet more of you because there's another big event that's coming, right?
Yeah.
All right, let them know.
So the South Carolina Comic-Con is coming up in Greenville, South Carolina. Can I say South Carolina one more time?
You can do that.
But yeah, the SC Comic-Con's coming up. It's on Saturday and Sunday, March 9th and 10th at the Greenville Convention Center. This is a big show. Now, Captain's Comic Expo is a really fun one. It's a great local show. It's definitely a perfect starter.
Yeah.
If you've never been to a comic book convention, that's a great one. It's small, it's intimate, it's personal.
Right.
You're not going to be overwhelmed.
Right.
It's a perfect family show.
Yeah.
But SC Comic-Con, boy, this is a big upcoming show. They've only been doing it for I think 6 years.
Okay.
But they are building up huge steam. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger every year. This is a significant show. This is actually where I met George Perez.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was 2 years ago, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But this year they're gonna have Greg Capullo, Scott Snyder, Kevin Eastman. A bunch of big names and a few. There's a couple of voice actors too from My Hero Academia and stuff, anime.
Wow.
But yeah, this is a big show. If you are a comic book collector, if you just like comics, if you like anime, this is a good show for you. That's local to our area.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I highly recommend. If you want to get some comics signed, this is the place to do it. But yeah, it's a 2-day show. It's really great. It is absolutely chock full of stuff to do. It's not a 1-day thing where you can see everything.
Right.
It's you got to do the 2 days. But yeah, I highly recommend it. I'm actually going to be there. I'm going to be vending as an artist.
Oh, cool.
At that show.
All right.
Which is exciting. This will be my first year ever doing that. So I'm very, very nervous.
There we go. Represent, man.
Representing.
Represent.
But yeah, I will be there. So definitely come and say hi. But yeah, it's one of my favorites. I like Heroes Con is my number one, and then of course Soundwave Comic Con.
Of course.
But SC Comic Con's my third favorite show. So highly recommend it, baby.
And you said my boy Kevin Eastman.
I know. There's even a thing where you can do a VIP thing. You can go to a pizza party with him.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I'm not kidding.
Oh, Kevin Eastman,
Isn't
man.
that crazy?
Co-creator of my Turtles, man. Oh man, I gotta get one. I gotta get one of my Turtles stuff signed, man. Maybe the old Blu-ray or not old Blu-ray. Well, I guess Blu-rays are getting old, but DVD or VHSs or cassette tapes. Okay. All right.
But yeah, this
you sold me.
It's pretty affordable. I think it's about $20 to $30 for
that's not bad.
tickets for 2 days, I think.
That's not bad at all.
But yeah, this is a significant show. If you're not familiar with SC Comic Con, Google it now.
Yeah.
Because even if you can't go this year, you're gonna want to make that a pit stop in your future travels.
Yeah.
Because it's up and coming, man. They're really killing it.
Oh.
It's impressive to me. I think they're hosted by Borderlands.
Okay.
Borderland Comics.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But yeah, they're getting up there. I mean, to have even Kevin Eastman is significant.
It's big, man.
But yeah, they've got a bunch of really big names.
That's
Sanford Green, of course. Who we love.
Yes.
Let's see, a bunch of other ones. But yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm excited.
There we go. Well, hey, if you're in the area, all my people who live in SC or close around the Southeast, make sure you go SC Comic Con Saturday, Sunday, March 9th and 10th. And for all of our international listeners, man, definitely we never want to forget about you guys, man. Shout outs to you guys for always tuning in and whatnot. We will definitely have to figure out something. Maybe we could post some photos of some of the things that are going on out there. We'll figure out something, but again, make sure you go to our Facebook page to find out all of the events around town, around the area. You might be able to book a flight, come down if you know what I'm saying? Save up. Do a great job. So check it out. Go to our Facebook page, comic section. You can check out the event so we have all the things lined up for you. And yeah, man, I think that wraps up another great issue. Issue 13 of the comic section. We got it. We did it.
Nailed it.
13.
Keep going.
Got to keep it going. We're going to keep it moving, keep it pushing. And again, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for tuning in as you always do on all of the streaming platforms. Thank you guys for being loyal listeners, and we appreciate you so much. And again, you can follow us all over at the Comic Section on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and again, you can find us on all streaming platforms: Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Google Play, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, Amazon Alexa. We are everywhere. Just look for that awesome Comic Section logo, click, and enjoy. All right, so that about wraps up. I am your host, Jason, alongside my co-host,
Lucio.
And we are out. We'll catch you next week. Peace.
And speaking of Captain's Comic Expo, man, I had a lot of fun out there as well. I was out there Saturday, and big thanks to everybody who let this random guy come up and ask him weird questions out of the blue. And so I got a lot less rejections this time. So everybody was super cool. I really appreciate it. And confession, I took a bunch. I had my big camera out there, and I was taking all these pictures of all these awesome cosplayers. And get home, get in the studio, and flip the screen on, and it's like, no SD card inserted. And I was like, I wasted all that time. And as I'm saying all this, I felt, how they say that when you talk about something, it getting it out, it makes you feel better. And so I figured if I just tell the entire planet how stupid I was, I would feel better, but I don't. I feel worse. That's horrible advice. So I guess the advice is keep everything bottled up. No, don't do that. I'm just kidding. You got a question, a comment, you want to let them know how you feel? You can shoot them an email, comicsectionpodcast@gmail.com. You can get at Little CEO on Facebook and Instagram at Cut It Out Comics and Cosplay, and on Twitter at Cut It Out Comics. And you can get at Jason on Facebook and IG at JRockDamic. That's the letter JROCDAMIC. Still feel mega stupid. Anyway, editorial content in issue number 13 of the Comic Section Podcast was used from the following.coms: IGN, EW, CBR, Comic Book, Marvel, DC Comics, Yahoo, Screen Rant, Variety, and Oscars.org, and the YouTube channels of 20th Century Fox and Warner Bros. All right, issue number 13, that's it. Edited and produced by RedmanActual.com. Redman Actual. I feel stupid. Audio production voice. And my production work and voiceovers and all that stuff has nothing to do with how stupid I was in not putting an SD card in the camera and taking a bunch of pictures or whatever. The two aren't related, I swear. Yep, still feel dumb.
Redman Actual.